tremendous. Let's see those audio levels. Let's see those audio levels, the internet. How are we looking? Oh my god. It looks like it can tolerate my voice, but I just need a little bit more oomph. How are we doing? Those are good levels. Are they good levels, the internet? Unreal cards, are you with me? We got cooked with the Super Bowl commercial. We got cooked with the Super Bowl commercial, you guys. Not my Super Bowl commercial. That's not the one I was hoping for. I wanted to see some Lopunnies. I wanted to see Generation 10. I wanted to see more Lopunnies. I wanted to see Bad Bunny in a dress. I'm not gonna lie. I don't have cable. I didn't watch the Super Bowl. I was trying to figure it out the whole time. Like, I was pretty confident that I was not going to have a problem because, like, Comcast tells you that if you have internet with them, you have free Peacock. Peacock. Crazy work. Absolutely 10 out of 10 name for stream service. Yeah. So apparently you can't just log into the Peacock app. You need to have a whole nother fucking Comcast device to use your free Peacock that would cost more money on my plan, even though it's supposed to be free. And I'm just like, okay, I guess I'm not watching the Super Bowl today. But then I thought that I had found the Super Bowl on YouTube for free, and it was an AI generated Super Bowl. I watched a whole 40 minutes before I was like, this is computer generated. This don't match up with the pictures that everybody's posting. And then I kept looking. I wanted to watch that halftime show. I realized that I was missing the halftime show, and I went back and I finished the AI Super Bowl. I just wanted to know how it ended. I just wanted to know how it ended. I'm not gonna lie, dude. I was invested. The New England Paperboys beat the Seattle Seabirds by 4,000 points. It was truly a magnificent display of athleticism on the AI's part, and I don't think a single one of those motherfuckers had 5 fingers on any of their hands. It was truly a sight to behold. In fact, I think that's a new tradition in my household. Is we're not watching the Super Bowl anymore. We're gonna watch whatever AI slop comes up on YouTube first. I also saw a couple that were like Madden NFL games pretending to be the Super Bowl, and that shit's so HD, it takes you a second to check that out too. I'm not gonna lie. It's the only night of the year that it makes you miss having a cable box. Because on New Year's, we got the ball drop through YouTube. We live streamed that bitch. That was easy enough. They want you to watch New Year's. The Super Bowl they want you to pay for. The Super Bowl they want you to pay for. And I was like, at the point that it was the halftime show and I'm missing it, I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to even think about getting that free YouTube TV month-long subscription or whatever that they offer you. It was too late, you know. It's not worth the hassle for half of the Super Bowl, half of a halftime show, and just like, you know, I'll watch it tomorrow on the YouTube. But I did catch the Pokemon ad, and that was disappointing. That was very disappointing. We were all hoping for Gen 10. We got Trevor Noah, and guys, I better be your favorite Pokemon Trevor, okay? Because Trevor Noah. The only problem I have with Trevor Noah is that when I was a kid, I wanted to be the first Trevor to host a daily show, and he stole that from me. He took that from me, and I'll never forgive him for that. Trevor Noah, I see you. Okay, it's a mid-commercial. Respect that your favorite Pokemon is Psyduck, though. It's the first thing I agree with him on. Mine is coughing. Coughing knew what was up. I'll tell you what. definitely felt like coffee when I realized I was watching an AI version of the Super Bowl, and I was enjoying the fuck out of it. Damn, these guys zooming across this field. They already made 100,000 points in 2 minutes. I'm obviously exaggerating the numbers, but what's crazy is not by much. Not by that much. I'm a fan of AI sports now. That's how we can win the fight against concussion syndrome. Hold up, dude. I'm absolutely not joking. Like, I fully watched about 75% of an AI Super Bowl, and I enjoyed the fuck out of myself tonight. The sloppiest, the brain rottiest. It's also my fault for not knowing for sure what the sports team's name. I knew it was the Patriots versus the Seahawks somewhere in my brain. But the Paper Boys also sounded legit. I was like, oh, that could be a thing. The New England Paper Boys. Okay, that sounds about right. They got Paper Boys there. And the what? The Seattle Seabirds? Well, that's almost the same thing. The AI got me there. They can win that victory. Listen. Sometimes you just gotta embrace the future. Sometimes you just gotta embrace the future, America, and beyond. Wow. I am very disappointed they didn't give us a Gen 10 commercial at the Super Bowl. Watch the 30th anniversary be lame as fuck. Like, they don't actually do anything that we want. No anniversary collection. No Gen 10. They're like, oh, Legends ZA was the last Pokemon game ever. It'd be like, no! Don't do it! It would hurt. I will say, looking at all of the 30th anniversary speculative content people are putting out, we're definitely asking way too much for Gen 10. People are demanding literally everything that they could possibly do. So, and maybe it's just content creators casting a wide net, so that some of their predictions are right, but I don't know. I'm going back. Yeah, I should have known that it was AI because they had Patrick Manning. I don't think there's a Patrick Manning. I don't know all of the Mannings, but I'm pretty sure they don't have a Patrick. That motherfucker was handsome as shit, though. Very handsome. Okay, they did a good job generating him. Character creation went well. He had high charisma stats. Believe you me. I feel like maybe I should be embarrassed for being this gullible, but I take it as a badge of honor. I worked hard to kill all these things. God bless him. In my defense, they have a lot of Mannings. It's a lot. There's a lot of Mannings. They all have some sort of superpower, I believe. I don't remember the episode of South Park. What's up, dog? What's up? I am live. I thought I was talking to you the whole time. I'm not gonna lie. I was explaining that I'm still on the guilds till I get bored, at least. I'm not gonna do this all night for a third or fourth night. I'm yapping about that I watched an AI Super Bowl. I watched 45 minutes of an AI Super Bowl without realizing it. And then when I couldn't find the real thing for free, I went back and I finished the AI Super Bowl. And they had AI Trump was plugging cryptocurrency scams. It was so crazy. That shit has to be illegal. That's how I realized it was AI, first of all. But I was fully locked in. They had the it wasn't even the real teams, I don't think. It was like the Seattle Seabirds versus the New England Paperboys and shit. And they had Patrick Manning. I don't think there's a Patrick Manning. I should have known. He's a handsome devil, Patrick Manning. I'll tell you what. He was a very handsome guy. But so I couldn't find the Super Bowl for free. And Comcast was being difficult. I'm supposed to have free Peacock with just being a Comcast person. You need to pay for a whole device to get the free Peacock. It's fucking. It's the biggest scam, dude. It's like when you go to get 30 cents off of your gas and you still have to pay for the rest of the gas. I hate that. It's my least favorite thing. Yeah, but I have 30 cents off. Can't I take 30 cents off of the other 30 cents? I don't appreciate how math works sometimes. It's really not conducive to a lot of things. Okay, and they're like, oh, we need math. Otherwise, how we build bridges? You don't know how many bridges be collapsing. A lot of them. They're not doing a great job on bridges these days. We got the train, the murder train. It just kills people all week. Your cat jumped on your PC. You should tell it not to do that. It's not a very nice thing to do. Oh, Midnight. I love that name for cats. So many people I've known have had cats named Midnight. It's like growing up, one of my closest friends had a Midnight. And by the time I graduated high school, I had met several other Midnights. I feel like you look at a black cat and you're like, what do I name you? I've got it. It's like one of the first names that comes into the brain. Midnight Shadowcat. What was the Black Panther's name? T'Challa. I feel like if I would have gotten Nokia more recently, like in a post Black Panther world, I probably would have named him T'Challa because he looked straight up like a panther. He was a bomb. T'Challa. I do feel like naming a cat Wakanda is like it's a risky business. Someone might get offended eventually. This is my boy Wakanda, and they'd be like, really? And I'd be like, really? It's his name. You got a problem? Wakanda forever. He's out there. He's fighting his cat now. I can fully see it in my mind's eye. He's doing kung fu karate with his cat, and they're like flying around the room on wires. I kind of wish they had more AI Super Bowl. Like, I wish it went longer. I think it ended before the real Super Bowl ended. Shit was lit. I almost bought that fake cryptocurrency. They're doing a good job of rotting my brain. Love it. I love it. Back, you had to go and do like flying karate moves with Midnight for a second. Show him who's boss. I feel you. God damn it. At least you didn't get pissed. That was smooth. That was smooth as butter. That was smooth as butter. I spent quite a bit of time today actually like watching videos on how to configure my my stream better and use, you know, resources to make it better, and it just was so frustrating that they were all like subscription bait, but they took like 5 to 10 minutes before they got to the point where it's like, you should get this service, and it's like, fuck, you just made me learn how to use your subscription service for 10 minutes. I'm struggling with that side of it, which is kind of the stupidest side of it to be struggling with. Just finding brands or content creators that are well, okay, so I don't know how to explain this in a non-autistic way. Like, I know how to work with .json files, and so if I could find a little bit more information from, like, you know, the artist's perspective of making these animations and backgrounds and widgets, I could find out, you know, which coding setting and blah blah. Maybe I should start trying to customize some of the ones that I already have on. And I'm a lot more proficient than even I remember at times. All the widgets and shit that streamers are using from like Streamlabs and shit, you can make those on your own. And like just by making, like, same way that we've been making special effects forever. And they're JSON files. They're anyways, I can make those in Adobe After Effects, among other programs that I have. And I'm just looking for a bit more information on that. And the market's so inundated with, like, get this streaming service, get this subscription service, get this. Not even with CSS. Like, yes, I would use Dreamweaver, but like, yeah, I could make it and export it as a JSON file of the right format if I could find more information of the right format, just from Adobe After Effects, I think. I might even be able to get Adobe's AI to just generate one for me. Because, like, I'm a filmmaker. I pay $60 a month for the Adobe platform. Like, I might as well learn how to use it to my behest in what I'm doing, right? So, and yet the internet's so fucking flooded with all this fucking subscription promotion. I spent hours and hours today just getting got. And then I got by the AI Super Bowl, which honestly I enjoyed the fuck out of that. That was probably the highlight of my day. Goji says, oh, that's gotta be a typo. Good evening, Goji. I think that's what he meant. So yeah, I mean, the tutorials are there. Like, I live on YouTube tutorials. Tutorial. We're gonna make a tutorial. But I love YouTube tutorials. As like a creator and an editor and a filmmaker, like, you learn everything. A lot of the time you're learning things as you go, like, as needed, you know what I mean? Like, or refreshing your memory with like a YouTube tutorial and like working along with something like a rubric, you know what I mean? And so that's just part of workflow. But when it came to this streaming shit, I feel that the market of videos being made for streamers is different than the market of videos being made for professionals, in that they're targeting like Gooner brains. They're targeting people who don't want to make the file for themselves and don't know how and don't have the skill and don't have the tools to do that, but they do have a lot of money and they'll pay for a subscription service, and I am exactly in the opposite position. So I have the skills to make my own fucking animations and tools and shit. I don't have the money to be subscribing to like 40 subscription services to get the look that I want, which is what it seems that they want you to do in this world, and that's fucking terrifying. That's what. Why do you think filmmakers are turning to doing this for ourselves? Because the AI will do it for them. But anyways, so yeah, so I got in several ways by both content creators and AI slop today. I just feel like a real gullible Gibble. I feel like a real gullible Gary today. I'm not gonna lie though, I really enjoyed the AI Super Bowl. It was so good. And AI Trump he was doing a great job plugging this cryptocurrency pyramid scheme. Which is probably the whole point of the AI slot video, but I really don't care. It was super enjoyable. 10 out of 10. Super Bowl experience. Okay, guys, I think this is gonna be my last round hunting Gibbles. I think I'm going back to randomly frolicking. Tell me this, for anybody who actually got to watch the real and non-AI Super Bowl, how did you like Bad Bunny's performance? What Gibble am I looking for? A shiny one. I'm looking for a shiny one. They've got a yellow belly. They're a little darker blue. Indeed. But we're about to go back to just randomly hunting. Just walking around hoping for the best. Why catch them? Okay, so because I'm resetting. Well, I guess I wasn't gonna reset this one. I should probably kill them. I'll reset one more time afterwards. That is a good point. I should probably kill them with ice. That's the only thing I need on the research card. So I'll do one more reset after. I've just been catching them because it's quicker than killing them. Because I've been resetting. But I suppose if I'm giving up the resets, I should kill them with ice. Unfortunately not kill them with fire. Which always kills inside. Hold on. But yeah, did Bad Bunny do a good job? Because I was hoping to see that live. But whatever. I'll watch it tomorrow. Am I saving and resetting? So yeah, I saved. So the first round of them is fixed with the way that I did it. It's just more convenient because they were up a cliff. I got up the cliff. There's other ways I could have done it that would have been more efficient for spawns, but would have taken more time to get here. Right? So I could have saved at the professor, and I think that would have given it the first round also a chance of respawning. I'm not sure. Hey, thank you very much, Dark Litton. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. We're trying to get some subs tonight. Guys, we're shooting for the moon. We're going for 1,000 subs next. We hit 500. Now we've got to go for that 1,000 mark. Exactly. These are the way numbers work. First of all, I just learned that there was more than 5 numbers very recently. I'm still figuring out how these number things work. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Dark Litten. Of course, indeed, Litten is the Dark Kitten. And we love Litten here. Great Pokemon. Great Pokemon, first of all. Much better than Cyndaquil. Never gonna beat the allegation. I forgot I was gonna kill them now. I'm gonna do one more reset. Gotta lock in here. It would amuse me greatly if we just accidentally stumbled into the shiny by not giving up. By not giving up. Hold on. I'm sure Bad Bunny did great. He's amazing. What's your favorite starter? Awesome. Hype it up so I can clip it. Oh, hold on, the coffee hasn't kicked, you guys. I'm medium hype. I just spent 4 hours getting AI slop rotted by the fake Super Bowl. Let me turn on my brain again. Let me activate my brain cell. The one of them that still exists. I swear to God, the brain rot content just makes your brain go. It makes your brain look like Gibble, really. My brain looks like how Gibble feels. Just consume. Consume. Be menace. He's such a menace, dude. He's the kid that, like, oh my God, dude. He was me in line behind my mom at the check cashing store when I was a kid, just being a menace. Just being a menace, dude. Playing on the monkey bar. Hey, thank you so much, dude. What a gangster. Unreal Cards. Truly the greatest senpai out here on the internet. Thank you so much. Never heard of Bad Bunny. He has muchas novias. Muchas. He's got a lot of them. The ladies love him, first of all. So if you like ladies, pretending that you know Bad Bunny is very helpful these days. Unreal Cards, thank you so much. Okay, every little bit helps. We're building an empire here, and you're laying down the first bricks. Okay, the first bricks will be laid in gold. Indeed. Yeah, Bad Bunny is very popular, you guys. Very, very, very popular. He used to bag groceries. 10 years ago, they said that in the video. He was bagging groceries when he got his start, and now he's headlining the Super Bowl 10 years later. And that just goes to show you, no matter who you are or where you come from, as long as you start with a job at Publix, you can do anything. Wait, what? That's the shameless Publix plug? That's where I went wrong in life. I never got a job at a grocery store. Let's see. I've never heard of him, but I've also heard of his music. Just checked it out a few weeks ago. I do really enjoy the videos of people learning Spanish so they can understand the Super Bowl song. That's really inspirational. There's a lot of them. I guess it was a TikTok trend. And there's just people who've never even heard Spanish in their life before with a Spanish-English dictionary, and they're just watching Bad Bunny with the subtitles on like maximum font. Yo, good shit, good shit. That's what I like to see, man. All right. Thanks again, Unreal. Hell yeah. Are you going live? Gonna pounce on out of here. Haha. Pun intended. Good to see both of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you have a great Sunday night, you guys. making shorts for the week. Oh, for sure. Break a leg. Yeah, I unfortunately have to work a couple extra days. A little tight for the next bill cycle. Go out there and grind. Or as I like to say, grussle. The combination of grinding and hustle. Truly a unique ability. Only some can impress. Oh my god. If that was a shiny right behind me, like, you don't know how I would have jumped out of my chair. Oh my god. Alright. And we abandoned the Gibble hunt. We're gonna leave it to the fates tonight. I'm tired of hunting this outbreak. And boom, that one's shiny. That'd be crazy. That would be crazy. Egregious even. The chat gave you so much XP. Amazing. You got the XP. What a gangster, bro. Truly a gangster of life. They really didn't have to go so hard with the wow. Top that. Yeah, so I want to work on getting everything set up so there's rewards. I actually have a couple of shirt designs that I want to put up. Funny shit. One of them's really special. One of them's really, really special. One of them's silly. So, and the other one is just our logo. It's my little camera. Got a bunch of shit going on. Get frosty. Get frosty. Okay. No way. He respawned that fast? Okay. Let's just go back to rambling and ambling then. Goodbye, Gibble Hunt. I will miss you not. Most illuminating. Oh, okay, yeah, that's good. That's so we've defeated enough with ice. We just needed a couple more with just regular defeats. And then what? Slash 40 times. So we need to put a Gibble on the team and evolve 3 of them. Easy peasy. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So anyways, you guys, I've been putting a lot of like thought and mostly thought. You know, I've still got to get through this next billing cycle before I can maybe take a week and just focus on working on the YouTube and doing everything for the YouTube for like a whole week. I think that with 7 days of just not doing anything besides that, I could really change things here. And the goal that I'm having is that if I have this platform, and this is a monetized platform, and my dumbass has been going out and doing stand-up comedy and paying $50 for drinks every night for fucking God knows how long, okay? I think my goal here... First Nintendo Direct and Super Bowl, we got cooked, dude. We got cooked, man. Anyways, I was gonna say, I think my goal here is to put on a show, right? So I'm just thinking, you know, I want to get to a point where I can just spend all day like planning the show for tonight. That would be fantastic. And just putting on a fantastic show, being my best self on live, like that's the goal here. And we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there, you guys. Yeah, we got cooked by this fucking Trevor Noah. Oh, I personally, I can name at least one much better Trevor. It's me, guys. He doesn't even speak English right. I mean, what the hell, dude? No, he's kind of funny. I miss Jon Stewart the whole time. I'm so glad Jon Stewart's back. I grew up going from... That was the only thing that could get me off Adult Swim, was Jon Stewart and Stephen Colbert. And what a blessing it was that they worked together like that to provide like a funny left wing and a funny right wing satire. Like it was such a privilege. I miss that shit. I've always wanted to hear what random celebrities' favorite Pokemon were. I know, right? First of all, the only thing that I've ever agreed with Trevor Noah on is that Psyduck is a good ass Pokemon. So, like, he wasn't wrong on that, okay? But I mean, come on. I was telling people for weeks that we're gonna get Jigglypuff and Hatsune Miku in the recording studio together, and how much cooler would that have been at the Super Bowl to get not just Jigglypuff but Hatsune Miku to sing a song. Like, put me in charge of marketing the Pokemon Company. I'm available. Not for long. Okay, with these ideas, this YouTube shit's gonna take off real quick, the Pokemon Company. You gotta sign me up quick. Okay, I'm not gonna be a free agent for long. I'm gonna draft Kings myself. I'm gonna be on Team Me. But they could holler for a brief interim period until that works out. we're still thinking about it. I would fuck shit up working for the marketing team for the Pokemon Company North America. That's all I'm saying. It would be a party and a half. We would be doing Pokemon raves all day. Pokemon cosplay raves, official, with official like merch, exclusives. That's how you keep people happy. That's what the people want. Okay, hold up. Hold up. My eyes are not adjusting. Oh, God. I got chat down here. Come on, eyeballs. For those... I know. I was saying we were going to get both. I was saying we're going to get both. I was saying we're going to get Jigglypuff, Hatsune Miku. They're going to do Gen 10. We're going to Iowa. We're going to Delaware. We're going to Pia. You guys remember that guy? That was me, bro. That was me for fucking the Pokemon ads, bro. I was so amped up. I thought that this was going to be the day of this was going to be the Super Bowl of Pokemon. Okay, I thought we were going to get all the things we wanted and then some. Maybe even things that we couldn't imagine. They're going to skip Gen 10. They're going to go to Generation 69. They're going to go straight. They're going to go all the way there. Plus Ultra, My Hero, Pokédemia. people would eat it up. You know what they did? They didn't do is they really didn't do anything with this. They wasted a Super Bowl spot. On what? On what? On merch that we were gonna buy anyways. It's crazy. My Hero Pokemon will go hard, I'm not gonna lie. Midoriya is a Munchlax. He's a little Munchlax who could. I'm gonna go plus Ultra after lunch. I feel like Game Freak and Nintendo really just did a collab to troll us, low-key. I mean, absolutely, dude. Absolutely. This, you know, they uncovered that in the files too, dude. They're just trolling us. It's a big psyop, dude. You're in the Truman Show, you're Truman. It was everybody, the jig is up, he figured it out. He figured it out, you guys. We can go back to our day jobs. I wish I was being paid to do all the time. When we mask, it's for free. Autistics forever. If you feel me, you feel me. Whoa! Gibbles can be in the rocks? I was not aware of their game, dude. I was not aware of their game. I'm gonna be crushing every single rock. Okay, who's gonna shine first? We've got many Pokemon in this area. We've given up on it just being Gibble. Okay, can't leave ourselves. Oh! Not cool. I don't appreciate this sort of behavior. Yeah, we got trolled very hard. We got who else feels like you got trolled with the Pokemon ad? Should I make a poll? I think I'm gonna make a poll. Let's make a poll. I'm making a poll, you guys. We need the let me speak to the people, Piccolo. Let me speak to the people. Okay, hold on. Hold on, we can do this. We can do this together. Okay. Starting the poll. Did we get robbed by the Super Bowl ad? And the two options are yes and also yes. Let me know what you think. Let me know. This is a democracy, okay? This is a democracy here on the internet. Okay, you have all the choices. I'm going to pick one myself. There you go. Wait, okay. I guess we got Pokemon Presents potentially. Yeah, I mean, we have Pokemon Day. And really, if they're holding out that hard for Pokemon Day, it's make or break at this point. It really is make or break at this point. They have no other option but to go balls to the wall. Like, bring Bad Bunny back for Pokemon Day at this point. Give him the Lopunny android we've all been waiting for. Mostly just me, but Bad Bunny also likes Pokemon. So I can only imagine he's had the thought once or twice. Like, I'm a bunny. She's a bunny. Perhaps it could work out. It would. He'd be the happiest. I have Pokopia pre-ordered from the Pokemon Center with the Ditto plush. I will find a way to fix him to my shoulder, or probably this shoulder, for the entire stream. And we are going to hopefully be playing on release day. Then again, I ordered it from the Pokemon Company, so it might be a day late. You never know. Or I could open the box and nothing's inside. Naughty, naughty FedEx, man. I have quite a few Pokemon Company pre-orders coming, and the two that I've gotten so far have come completely intact. Still worried. Still gonna worry the whole time. I'm just a worry. I'm a worry wart. A Ditto getting adopted, exactly. Dude. I mean, first of all, like, if you saw Let's Go Pikachu, no, if you saw Detective Pikachu, you saw the power of Ditto. The Ditto and Let's Go Pikachu, they did not have to go that hard with Ditto. Somebody really, some animator or writer, maybe even the director, really likes Ditto. Because that was crazy work, dude. That Ditto went balls to the wall. Oh my god, dude. What Pokemons didn't he transform into? Because he got zapped and then he kind of like showed his full repertoire. But he started off as a Braviary. He turned into a Charizard. I remember that. He was just going so crazy hard. At least we're not getting that Ditto in this game, because that one is a little scary. I'm not gonna lie. That one is a little scary. I don't know if we could handle RPing that one for very long. Would would be murder on the vocal cords. I am Ditto. No, you know what? I do a really good Venom. And it's just because I think I actually have a Venom symbiote deep down in my soul. I thought that the bush was a shiny again. It gets me every time. I do a pretty good Venom impression. Eddie, we need to go and find the Goth Latinas, Eddie. Like, fuck yeah, dude. I swear to God, if I had a Venom symbiote, we would be best bros. We would be best bros. Eddie, we must go find the Goth Latinas. Can't vote because I haven't watched. You can always vote. If there's one thing that we have proved in this country in the last 10 years, 10 to 12 years, God, it's been a long time that this nonsense has been happening, is that anyone can vote, even fictional people. Okay? Sometimes you can even vote twice. Who's really counting? Crazy. If there's anything we've proved in this country in the last 12 years, is that voting is just for funsies. I mean, you know, if it keeps our boats afloat, what's wrong with that? Where am I? I mean, where am I? Put also the first one. Okay. Any of these shinies would do it for me. It would round out the team. Of course, a shiny Steelix would be insane. Sorry, Shalfa Steelix. I have very little interest in watching the actual sports part of the Super Bowl, but now that I fully could not find a way to watch it, now I have FOMO. It's crazy that the human brain works like that. Damn, I missed out on a part of history that I didn't previously care about. We want what we cannot have. Ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth? Oh my goodness, the caffeine is building. I feel the mounting power of 1,000,000 milligrams of Cuban coffee caffeine welling in my soul. I'm waking up once more. Wow, dude. You guys, wow. About to go Super Saiyan 2. I'm about to hit some Ultra Instincts. He be tootin'. He be tootin'. He got the instincts. I normally don't even check for these stunkies, but we're checking today. We're checking today. We're looking under every nook and cranny. We want to see a shiny Pokemon. Hopefully the Fates pick a good one for us. Okay, we already been there. What was that crazy cry? God, I love being the Cliff Master. Oh. True, I should be checking in this direction. This is probably one of the most desirable places to find a shiny. They did not need to go so hard with Krogunk. You know what I mean? Like, Krogunk is such a hyped Pokemon, and he's probably one of the best Pokemon. My favorite Krogunk moment is when Krogunk has been shutting down Brock's perviness all season. And, hold on, we got a lot of chats coming in. So much pain. That Pokemon. Shiny hunting in newer gens have gotten too easy. Back in my day. Well, back in my day. Back in my day, I genuinely did not believe shiny Pokemon existed until I was like 13 or 14 and I finally got my first shiny Pokemon myself. Like, I didn't get a shiny Pokemon until either Fire Red or Leaf Green or Platinum. I can't remember which playthrough I got it on first. But, because I know I was doing my second cartridge for Fire Red and Leaf Green, because I got the double pack when it came out. I was doing the second one when I was also doing Platinum. And I got a shiny in one of them. And then I got a shiny in the other. Pretty consecutively, actually. It was like once I cracked the code, the universe was like, alright, now he knows. Now he knows the secrets of the shinies. I wasn't hunting or anything. Hold on now. I didn't see you there, little guy. Come over here. Get in the ball! Get in the ball! You belong in the ball. Krogunk also stopped that. Yes. Okay, yeah. I interrupted myself on the Krogunk spiel. The Krogunk's one of the most amazing characters in the Pokemon series. Brock's Krogunk. And yes, he fully stopped the attack of the God of Space. Like, that's fucking crazy work right there. And the edits, the Krogunk edits that go around are so good. They're so good. Like, if I was an ADHDer making CapCut edits, I would exclusively be editing like Krogunk and Vegeta edits. Let's be real here. Same energy. But I love that the whole season, and it's one of the last seasons of Pokemon that I probably watched, like, you know, like fully on Kids WB or Cartoon Network, you know, going between probably, because sometimes you miss an episode and you have to catch it later that week on Toonami or whatever. But Brock's finally meeting Cynthia at the end of the season, okay, and he's gooning super hard. He's like, nah, you're so beautiful, I've never seen such a beautiful woman in my life, the same old spiel. And Krogan comes out and he arms up the poison jab, ready to shut him up. And then he takes one look at Cynthia and he's like, Krogan. And he like approves. He goes back in the Pokeball. He's like, all right, game recognized game, Brock. Game recognized game. This is the one. Don't fuck it up. Yo, truly. And you know what? And that proved that the whole time he wasn't just, you know, cock blocking Brock. He was holding out. He was trying to tell Brock to hold out for someone that could match his energy, King. Brock was truly one of the greatest Pokemon trainers of all time, first of all. No one had more empathy for Pokemon and baddies than Brock. So Krogan, he wasn't just trying to shut down Brock. He's like, Brock, this ain't the one, Brock. She doesn't match your energy, King. What a true friend. Exactly. He almost hit a salute with that poison jab. You know what I mean? He's like, oh yes, no, this is the one. Don't fuck this up, my boy. Don't fuck this up, my boy. I think we've all been there. Like, first of all, I mean, I haven't, because I'm the Brock of the friend group usually. People are usually trying to stop me from falling in love with every girl, toxic baddie that I meet. And for good reason, because that's not a healthy trait to have. But, you know, growing up with characters like Brock, it was only inevitable that I got corrupted in such a way. It's only inevitable. Okay, Sanji was my favorite Straw Hat until Frankie came along. I'll tell you that much. Tell you that much. They'd be doing Sanji so dirty. They'd be doing Sanji so dirty in, like, current One Piece. It's crazy. They'll fully be... They gave so many of his best feats in the last few arcs to Zoro. They just gave his feats to Zoro. They're like, nah. Nah, I know Sanji was supposed to do this, but guess who's actually gonna do it? Crazy. Crazy, man. They rob him. They make him so much more of a gooner in the anime than he is in the manga. Not that I don't enjoy it. I'm not gonna lie. Everybody's like, oh no, it's not cool. Don't treat my king like that. I'm like, honestly, make him more of a gooner. Make him more of a gooner. Then again, when Cynthia wasn't holding back, she turned down Alder's offer when he asked her out. Like, damn, she was like, I guess you be eating alone again, bitch. Yo, for real. So, first of all, Cynthia, she probably, like, her version of romance gonna be real different from most people's. Like, she wants to train Pokemon together. She wants to battle. Like, if Ash was 13 years older, they might have been a good pair because they're both Pokemon autistic. They just want to train. They want to be the very best. I don't think, maybe, you know, Cynthia's a baddie, but I don't think she thinks about boys a lot. She thinks about Garchomp lifting weights and being the best he can be, making the best Pokemon food. She's really hyper-fixated. So, you know, Brock deserves... Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Michael, welcome aboard. Truly a saint among men. How you doing tonight, Michael? What did you think of the Super Bowl ad? You think we got robbed? Yes or also yes? There's a poll running. But this is a democracy. We have options. Brock or Sanji? Who outgained Sanji? Sanji for sure. Do you know why? Because Sanji's entire goal in life, like cooking, you know what I mean? Like, this is a gooner skill. As someone who loves to cook for women, this is a gooner skill, okay? And I think all men should love to cook for women. I think it should be the #1 gooner skill in your arsenal. But Brock genuinely loves taking care of Pokemon. Indeed, I know. Unreal, we're going crazy tonight. We're going to the moon. Okay, we're definitely doing better than Dogecoin tonight. RIP my stock portfolio. RIP my stock portfolio. We're done. We're done with crypto. The island guy was Satoshi. We're cooked, chat. We're cooked. I think everybody saw that coming. We just didn't think it. I definitely had the thought. Bro literally created a whole plot hole when he nearly died of blood loss. Yeah, I mean, Sanji frequently nearly dies of blood loss. He shoots off of the screen with his nosebleed. Everybody's like, oh yeah, Sanji has Skywalk. Sanji's got a feat on Zoro. Sanji has 2 forms of flight. He can Skywalk, and he can rocket through the sky with jets of nosebleed blood. If he sees a boobie. Just a single boob. All it takes is one titty. And our boy Sanji can fly through the sky like a rocket. It's like Arms of the Angel plays. Just a half a titty. You could make Sanji fly through the sky. Call now. 888 titties for Sanji. The Straw Hats really need shit like that these days. The ops have gotten seriously strong. We need all the titties we can get for Sanji. Wait, that wasn't who I was focused on. Excuse me. Bro would actually have crazy game if he turned down Gagoon a bit. I also Brock. Like in any of the anime seasons where Brock locked in, and then he takes off his shirt, he's got abs again. Have you ever seen Brock show up and he's just doing good in life? Oh, didn't he date Cynthia for a while? Hold up. I don't think I watched that season very much, but didn't he show up with Cynthia in a later season? Bro's him. Bro's literally him. Someone go Google it. Someone Google that. Did Brock date Cynthia? Literally the king did. If he dated Cynthia and raised a level 100 Krogung, he's literally him. True, and he raised 9 children for his dad. Bro's literally peak masculinity right there. The Ultraman, Ubermensch. Brock from Generations was fucking, bro. You remember that word from Rick and Morty season 2 that we can't say on YouTube that he used to describe a man's lower abdominal region? He had those. He had 2 of those on either side. It's crazy. It's good. It's crazy. I'm glad that I am self-aware enough to know that I can't say the CG word on YouTube. I wonder what the writing room was like when they decided. I'm just like, yes. That's exactly what we needed to say in this episode. Must have been sick. Must have been sick. Yeah, so I think that Sanji's whole character arc is to what about that thing? They said another thing. It was very funny. We can't repeat those words. And you shouldn't type them. The chat's not gonna let you. Okay. Okay, hey. Who knows? The last place we could check is Electabuzzes. Let's hold up. How do we get up on this one now? I think we just go all the way around. Electabuzzes. Nope. Oh, you know, I also didn't check the ruins area. So. We have a little bit more to check. Okay, no Gligar. You know, I stopped watching Rick and Morty just incidentally a while ago. I've got a couple seasons to catch up on. I used to love that show, but when they switched the voice actors, I just, you know what I mean? Like, I never got around to going back and watching it. I'm like, oh, this is going to be a different show. Yeah, this is going to be a different show. Or they didn't just switch the voice actors. They switched a couple of other very important things about the show. It might have been related, I'm not sure. Oh! Guys, I think we heard a shiny sound. No, it probably was Bronzor. Oh, I hate Bronzor so much. Every time, dude. He gets me every time. Early Rick and Morty was fucking awesome. I'll go back and watch the rest of the show at some point. I'm gonna be real, and no controversy bait or anything. I loved Justin Roiland growing up. Justin Roiland was like early YouTube. If anyone remembers, he made a show called House of Cosby's, which was fucking hilarious, and it was before they had, you know, figured out what Bill Cosby was all about. And it was extremely critical of Bill Cosby. It was very funny. It was a Channel 101 animation, I believe. And that was like one of the first like YouTube animators that like made me want to be a YouTube animator when I was little. I'm not gonna lie. So when Justin Roiland fucked up his career, that fucked me up, dude. That fucked me up. He was someone that I had looked up to for years. And I know it wasn't all cut and dry and the charges were dropped, but like it was hard to look at Rick and Morty the same, man. I will say, because Rick and Morty, for someone who had followed his career since I was a kid, him getting that show in the first place was this big vindication, man. Like that someone with that sense of humor could be on TV was fucking awesome. So it was also really painful to watch him fuck that up. It was really painful. Oh man, yeah, that's probably next on my list. I want to catch up on JJK and watch the new Freerin, because I'm finishing up my favorite of the season. Tojima Wants to Be a Kamen Rider. Fucking awesome! Oh my god, dude, such a good show. Such a good show. They did a great job on that one. And then I'm also watching, let's see, what are my new anime for the season? So I'm watching Tojima, amazing show. I mean, I don't know, you know, maybe our tastes don't overlap in the gag department. And then I would understand if you didn't like that show. If you don't like gag shows, or shows with like overly passionate protagonists, it might not be the show for you. Because it's both of those things, tremendously. But I love that show, and then I'm watching... Sentenced to Be a Hero is a fantastic show. The choice of character design for the goddesses is questionable. It's sus. Highly sus. But the plot and the power systems and everything are doing it for me. The animation, quality and style, use of color, everything, the villains is doing it for me. I just like God, dude, like please, you know, if given the choice between, you know, busty anime baddie or like 10-year-old, like please make option A the choice. Like we don't need any more of option B. It's just crazy. It's fucking crazy sometimes with these animes, dude. And they take it and they do it to a perfectly good anime. It's like, I'm still gonna watch it, but I'm gonna feel weird the whole time. God damn it. show's still really good. I think that's a good show. It's worth watching. I also think if they stop being weird like that, that specific voice actress would be out of work because she voices all of those characters. She's just the same voice actress in every show. What's the most bizarre anime I've watched? Gosh, a lot, man. Like, cause I've watched like old school like anime films that were really, really sick. Then again, those ones I probably couldn't tell you the title of off the top of my head. I was a film student, so I've watched some really sick like anime horror, like Junji Ito shit. Is off the bat, but there's way worse than that. Like I've watched Lied. I've watched that. I've watched Lane. Those are awful, terrible things. Yeah, no, I've watched some fucked up shit. The most fucked up. Yeah, probably Lane. Elfin Lane, I think, is the one that's really fucked up. That one was crazy bad. What's another one that's really fucked up? There's so many. There's so many anime that are atrocious. First of all, and there's a whole genre of anime that they're just trying to offend people. The where the girls turn into tanks and cars and shit anime, that's absolutely the most obscene concept of all time. They like straight to jail. Straight to jail. And okay, bizarre anime though, like not fucked up but bizarre. My favorite kind of bizarre is always gonna be like Crayon Shin-chan type of shit. Like, dude, a lot of my friends would like turn off Adult Swim when Crayon Shin-chan came on, like late at night, and like go to another channel and watch some other shit, dude. Nick at Night. I really, really enjoyed Crayon Shin-chan as a kid. That's the kind of fucked up that I was. He's just such a silly little goof. Gintama is on my list, dude, because I keep seeing memes where Gintama is doing One Piece references in Gintama, and they actually like did a One Piece episode or some shit. I'm like, damn, dude. If they like Peak, they're cool in my book. If they like Peak, they're cool in my book. You know what I mean? It looks like a fun gag manga or anime, and so out of all the Dragon Ball series, Dragon Ball is always gonna be my favorite because that's like, that was Toriyama's like true nature, was just making like an adventure gag manga. The battle shit, you know, his publisher got him to do more battle shit. But he just wanted to make like a whimsical fantasy adventure, you know, and God, Dragon Ball really shines for that. That he was doing what he truly wanted to with it. So I grew up on that sort of gag stuff between like Crayon Shin-chan. FLCL is probably one of the most bizarre. So FLCL, the original FLCL, is like probably one of the most formative anime for me. I loved that show. It spoke to me, dude. It's the reason why I am a punk. Like, a lot of people, you know, discovered their punk side at a concert. No, dude. I discovered my punk side hearing the Pillows open the show for FLCL. I discovered my punk side when Adamus came out of, what was it, Shinji's head? No. What was his name? Something, they kept calling him something Taro. Anyways, when that thing comes out of his head, and that whole show is an allegory for puberty, for a young man's coming of age. And it was coming on late at night when I was a kid and just figuring out, all these things about being alive that were so new and confusing. And this show didn't make any more sense, I'll tell you that much. Instead of having a pimple and having a crush and having his first kiss, he had an alien come out of his head and eat him and turn him into a superhero. And then the hot girl hits him in the head with a guitar and makes his heart beat. But for some reason it spoke to you. Oh man, FLCL was such a good show as a kid, and such a fucked up show to be watching too, obviously. Yeah, well, it's that, the fucked up part about that show is that's not the plot of the show. That's kind of the opposite. So, they didn't really define who the people ironing out the show were, but those were the people in charge of the planet. And the aliens coming to the planet in the plot. So they might have been aliens, you know what I mean? The Metal Metallica or whatever company, but they were here already. And then the space pirates were liberators, so that the government agencies and everything were doing everything they could to keep a grip on control of the human mind, to iron out the wrinkles, as they said. To iron out the wrinkles, they wanted conformity in society, and oh my god, dude. So accurate, bro. Kids need this sort of shit. I think that as, one of these early anime generations, let me tell you, man, we're in a time where we can't sit and be quiet for the rest of our lives. We need to know when it's time to be our own anime heroes, you guys. And I say that very, very seriously, with the utmost belief in each and every one of you. It does have a solid plot. Yeah, okay. Take over the world. Some swords and samurai. Oh, you're talking about Gintama. Retired famous samurai who runs odd jobs. We live in a society. We live in a society is such a lame, limp-dick quote for a movie that could have really said so much more. And don't get me started on Joker too. Oh my god, bro! You want to talk about limp-dick? Oh, how do you have Lady Gaga and fucking Joaquin Phoenix in a movie and you drop the ball that far? It's absolutely nuts. I was actually disappointed that I watched it a year later. Like, I waited a whole year to watch it. There should have been, like, a very low bar, and they were somehow limboed underneath that shit. Foley a dookie, more like it. Foley a doo-doo. It wasn't Gaga's fault. It absolutely wasn't Gaga's fault. Like, they wasted her talent. And Joaquin. Now, I will say I think part of what made that movie not great is that Joaquin got a little too weird with it. But they probably made him do that. You know, it was probably in the direction. Hold up one second. I gotta blow my nose. Guys, I hope you're enjoying yourselves hanging out tonight. Hopefully more than you enjoyed the Pokemon Super Bowl commercial. Go ahead and vote in our poll and let us know if you feel like we got robbed with that commercial, you guys. Is the answer yes? Or is the answer also yes? Let me know what you think. Furthermore, you guys, if you haven't hit that like button or subscribed yet, what are you doing? What are you doing? Show the internet that you have free will. Okay? Otherwise, you never know. When the AI takes over, they might just think you're a lemming. Really, they might just think you're a lemming and just do whatever with you. Okay, they won't know to send you to the cool tcgpackrats playroom, where you'll get all the trading cards you want and hamburgers. We're gonna have hamburgers in the AI apocalypse, I promise. Guaranteed, but only if you press the like button. Maybe go follow me on Twitch at Canon Events, 2 N's. Isn't that? Alright, pandering complete, you guys. Anime. I'm a big anime nerd. I'd like to be doing more varieties of content. And so I do have a sister channel that I was trying to get up and running. Canon Events here on YouTube and Twitch. Where I wanted to do more YouTube friendly anime content. I am of a literary background, so you might find on there some One Piece manga reviews. It has been immensely hard to keep up with 2 YouTube channels on my own, but we'll get there. I'm working on getting the cloning device running. Don't forget to stay hydrated. Okay, only because you say so. Let's see what we got as far as hydration. This is almost empty. I drank a lot of water today. We drank a lot of it. And now it's gone. It's all gone. If I want more water, I gotta go all the way out to my car in the cold. I fucked myself. I played myself, you guys. Oh, we made a mistake. Delicious water. They make water out of special stuff in Florida. It's spring water, and so it tastes better than everyone else's water. And they put this cool stuff in it called fluoride. It's good for your teeth. Or is it? Oh no. Oh no. I think they decided to take the fluoride out of the water, and I think that's going to be really bad. Because a lot of people don't brush their teeth. A lot of people are not brushing their teeth, man. Gotta brush those teeth. I very likely will never be a streamer that has to get veneers for y'all. That's something that's always bugged me with streamers. They don't even get braces. They're just like, yeah, take them all out, give me new ones. I got the money for it. Why wouldn't you want to keep your teeth? Like, hold up, dude. You don't get to feel those no more. And they look fucking weird. And God damn, I've been watching too much Asmongold this week with the Schmepstein file releases. I like to watch like an alt-right and an alt-left. And not form an opinion of either of them. But the way that dude has to drink water with those fake teeth, I feel bad for him, dude. He can't even close his mouth to swallow. Some shit's fucked up in his face hole. Why would you get rid of your teeth for that? Get some fucking braces, bro. I'll tell you what. And you know what? I might down the line get a little bit on the bottom. A little bit of braces. I stayed good on the top, but my wisdom teeth fucked up my bottom teeth a little bit. Just a little bit. My dentist is always trying to sell me that shit. I'm just like, I don't have the money for that shit. But if I did, I might. One thing I wouldn't do is get a bunch of fake wooden porcelain teeth in my mouth. If I had another option, at least. I mean, it's definitely not going to be option A for me. No, no, no. And then the other thing is that a lot of these streamers' houses are disgusting. But they can definitely afford a cleaning service. I don't get that. Like, why don't you just go and hire a cleaning service off of Etsy if you're that bad at cleaning your house? Very perplexing. I think it's because it's view bait. Like, if you live in squalor, people want to make fun of you more. That's not it for me, you guys. You'll never see me living in squalor. Even if the rest of the room is filled with empty Pokemon packs and plastic from Pokemon boxes, the camera's going to be angled at the part of the room that stays clean. I promise you that. Okay. But nah, I definitely like to clean. I like to clean. Cleaning is good for you. The one thing about living in South Florida is no matter how hard I clean, the bugs still find me. I got an ant crawling somewhere on my neck right now. This little bastard is gonna pay. I'm gonna get him, you guys. I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna find his whole family. I think that's just about that, and hurricane season are the only things I don't like about living in South Florida, man. Bugs and hurricane season, man. Everything else, I'm a tropical person. I like being down here. I don't want to be up in the snow. No siree, Bob. I've done that before. It's hard enough driving on solid ground. It's hard enough driving on solid ground with a bunch of people that don't know how to drive. No, thank you. Oh, no. My baby. Oh, that's an achievement. Okay. I think I got him. I think I got this bastard. I swear to God, I'm gonna turn around. It's like a massive mosquito. There's just a vampire feasting on me. I will say I'm not a misty about it, but some bugs still freak me out. Okay, like I'm not bugophobic. But sometimes you see a bug that's like some sort of demogorgon being from another dimension. Like, why does this exist type bug? I might still get a little afraid of those bugs. Oh shit! Anytime I see a reel where it's like some sort of Australian species that's been unlocked, terrifying. They have everything's bigger in Australia. They have a huntsman spider. That's literally a Pokemon. You cannot convince me that's not a Pokemon. This thing is as big. It's as big as your head times 10. It could. Oh my god, dude. Like literally, it could wrap you up in its web and take you to work. Yeah, I'm glad I'm not the only person that didn't quite enjoy Joker Foliage. Sorry, advertiser on Twitch. I don't want to buy fake viewers. I hope you enjoy your night. They're trying to get me to buy fake viewers when I got the best viewers on the internet here. You guys are awesome. Hit that like button if you haven't already. Guys, we're trying to get up to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. So if you haven't subscribed here on YouTube, please consider it. I would appreciate it. Hell yeah. No, we're gonna go to Captain Silene. We're going. I'll listen to your advice. I wonder how they have so many of these accounts that spam you like, oh, buy fake followers. You'd think that they'd be better at catching those. I mean, Twitch is run by the Jeffrey Bezos, I hear. A fellow South Floridian. Jeff Bezos grew up not 10 miles away from I grew up. So, greatness. We just be drinking the same greatness water. I didn't know that for a long time as a kid. And then, I guess Jeff Bezos wasn't nobody. And for a long time as a kid, Amazon only happened when I was in high school. Shit. I remember doing the stock market project in sophomore year of high school, and Amazon stocks were like $10 or $8 or some shit. Apple stocks were like $18 to $20. By the end of the year, they were $65. I tried to convince my mom. I said, Mom, can you let me open up the stock portfolio for real? It's only $100. I would be a millionaire now. Like, if you have kids, let them play with $100, dude. What's it gonna hurt? You know, they're smarter than us. They haven't killed any of their brain cells yet. Gigaton balls? That just sounds inappropriate, Captain Silene. I'm sorry. You're just always trying to shove your balls down my throat, Gigaton balls. Gigaton balls. Let me see them. Let me see them. How do they look? Leaden balls? Heavy balls? Plump balls? Great balls? Ultra balls? There's just so many balls, you guys. I remember that my favorite episode of How It's Made. It was so funny, dude. It's one of the first times I ever smoked pot. I was so young, a wee lad. And this show comes on explaining how ball bearings are lubricated. First they lubricate the balls, and then the balls, and the balls, and the balls. And we could not stop laughing, bro. We were dying. I can't for the life of me find that episode anywhere when I look. I think they've re-overdubbed it, because it looks like it's the same footage. I think they re-overdubbed it to make it less hilarious. It's a lady's voice in this timeline, I'll tell you that much. It's not my balls. Something's different. Okay, they did something different. How It's Made used to be one of the best shows to put on. So silly. Just out of context, even in context sometimes, that show is so silly. Little did I know that ball bearings are one of the most powerful inventions known to man. They enable a lot of other technology to exist. I find that out because every time I have to repair a machine on my property, it has all sorts of parts that rely on ball bearings, and that's usually what's wrong. And the YouTube people, they tell me that right away. They're like, you should check the balls, and lubricate the balls. Just stop. Can you tell it to me? Can you say orbs? Spheres. Spheres. It's a Pokesphere. Actually, I think there was another game that did that. They got sued into oblivion. What a crazy couple of years. And guys, there's a poll up. If you think we got robbed by the Super Bowl ad, if you were hoping for Jigglypuff x Hatsune Miku as I was, if you were hoping for a Gen 10 announcement, and you feel we got robbed, let me know in the poll. The options are yes and also yes, which pretty much illustrates how voting works in this country nowadays. We're doing great. We're doing great. I fucking love this deer, man. Like, we have bonded significantly. Best friends. We're best friends. I think that, like, yes, it's very obvious that Pokemon Day, the Pokemon Direct is their last chance to do something worth a shit. But given the track record, doesn't that indicate that they're gonna screw it up, like, even more? I think there's a higher chance of probability that they fail us on Pokemon than they make all of our dreams come true, at least. Okay, so, like, what would be some ways that they could put out a new game, but it's not what we want? That's what we need to be thinking about. Like, if they don't put out Gen 10, what are they going to put out? And are we still going to buy it? Because they already hit us with Pokopia. And I bought it. Not going to lie, I'm kind of hyped about it. And would that be official confirmation that the leakers are full of shit? It's so confusing to me. Like, first of all, how are we to even know until the game comes out, like, how much of any of the leaks are true? Hell, they put out Mega Charizard Z. That didn't happen. They were talking about Mega Charizard Z all summer. If they did, we haven't. Would have been lit though. It would have been super lit though. I like the design where he actually had a Z-shaped neck. I thought that was pretty goofy. Maybe a little too goofy, but you know. I think they take Charizard too seriously. For me, Charizard was always kind of a goofball. Especially because the voice actor made him sound a little goofy. What was that sound? Wait, where's Sliggoo? Don't tell me they only come out during the rain or something. Okay. I was gonna say. Where am I? Wait. Nope. Oh. Getting a Standler or a Paris would kill me. Would absolutely kill me. Sadly, we don't need the Psyduck. We have a Shalfok killer, but I would take it. I would take it. He's one of my favorite champions in the game. It would be nice to get a Hisui variant as a shiny. Hold up, what was that sound? That might have been a shiny sound. thought I heard it earlier, too. Would it be a Shinx? Listen closely, everyone. Let me know if you hear a shiny sound. No, it must be a Bronzor. That would have gone crazy. If it was a Bronzor shiny from a rock, I would have shat myself. Nice. We got it. What an amazing game, dude. I just don't know how they decided to do so much less in CA. They're like, yeah, it's the first game on this new platform, the Switch 2. It's better than the Switch 1. Oh, you know what we should do? Worse. We should make a worse game. They'll never see it coming. Oh, sir, you're a genius. The levels of nefarious corporate corruption have never been before achieved in the Pokemon. I think Team Rocket just took over the Pokemon company. And if so, I have to unilaterally support their decision. I mean, I am part of Team Rocket, yes. Have been all the time. As should you be. Join us. Join the team. There's no use resisting. You know you want to. Oh, is it snowing now? Does that mean we're gonna get different spawns? Whoa, nice. Oops. Got it. such a good job on this game, man. Like, wow, dude. I feel like I'm in a snowstorm right now in the Pokemon world. Maybe a little light on the controller vibration, I will say. Like, it could be a little more heavy on the rumble pack. Oh, you guys remember the rumble pack? We used to have a whole additional controller add-on to make it rumble. Amen. I guess they have limited visibility in a snowstorm. I would not be upset at this. How we doing in chat, you guys? Let me know who's hanging out tonight. Okay, y'all. Dude, the fall damage is too much. What the hell was that sound? Like a Meloetta. The snow is turned into rain? Who did that? Who decided this? I think I need to go get a drink in a second. I'll be right back. I'm gonna leave it right here. Hit that like button to summon me back. wasn't one of my favorite songs, it would be truly a tragic moment. There's only one beer left. Rappers screaming all in our ears like we're deaf. Slightly cushioned by the fact that I got some Super Bowl themed brownies at the grocery store. You know, you guys, if you tune in to tcgpackrats, you've ever heard me talk about sweets, you know how good it is. I shouldn't have done it. I shouldn't have done it. I'm gonna eat all the brownies. Lord have mercy, they taste like football. Whoa. That was not even appropriate right there. One-shotting my Shalfa is absolutely absurd. Truly obscene behavior. Alright, fine. One more. What up, Band Slam? How you doing? How you doing? Make sure to vote in the poll. Democracy in action. Let the people know. Do you choose yes or also yes? I will say that sounded like a far off shiny sound. I'm not gonna lie, bro. They should have given Bad Bunny a little punny to dance with. And then it could have been Bad Little Punny. Think about it. Think about it, you guys. They missed an opportunity. Or they could have gotten Bad Bunny to dress up in a Lil Punny outfit. That would have driven not only all the ladies crazy, but also all the boys. They really could have pissed off the Chris Rock crowd. Which is objectively probably the craziest performer they could have chosen for that performance. A very specific certain song I'm thinking of. We're not going to bring the name of that song. Crazy work, though. I mean, they could have gotten Britney to do it. They could have gotten Britney to do it. It would have been a much better choice. Wow. What a crazy timeline we live in. I think something within earshot of that area makes a shiny-like sound. Because when we were hunting the gibbles, I kept hearing something that sounded like a shiny. Then again, I have no idea what a shiny Glider or Glysaur would look like, so I could just be absolutely surprised at any moment. Kind of the point. The Cliff Master. Literally the master. True, I haven't been checking this game at all. Interesting. We haven't progressed that far in the plot, so we can't find our next shiny. We're chill with Purple Passer, guys. You let us go. A shiny Sneasler would go hard. I would not mind that. Okay. Hell yeah, you guys. We just reached 30 people in chat. You guys say hi. Let me know who's here, how you are all doing on this fine Super Bowl Sunday night. Hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and most importantly, lock in, have fun, crack open a brewski, whatever you gotta do ski. I believe in you. We're looking for a shiny tonight. Our 6th shiny, we're still looking for it. Got a little caught up looking for a Gibble. Can you blame me? Truly an impeccable Pokemon Gibble is. All he knows is be a menace and chomp chomp chomp. I wanted him very bad. Now we're off of the fixation. We are moving on back to the random ramblin' hunt. Let the fates decide. I honestly prefer it that way. That's how we got Shelf Octillery. Hold up. I feel it. There we go. Mission. What? Got him. That was quick. Oof! Look at lock on. Got me, dude. I said lock in, not lock on. That ain't right. Oh! Who would have? I found the ice wall, you guys. I found the ice wall. Alright, we're gonna reset. Sick. To be honest, I don't know why I like this more than Legends ZA. I do. It's a better game. It's a much better game. And the internet agrees with you. You know, my numbers shot up tremendously. Like, I wouldn't be monetized if it wasn't for pivoting to this game after beating ZA and doing the shiny decks. People like Arceus more, and it's because it's a better game. It's a better game. There's more to do. There's better stuff to do. There's better ways to do it. Just all around better game. I keep saying it. I don't know how the Pokemon Company executives were like, ah, we did such a great game, a great job on Legends ZA. You know what we need to do? Or not Legends ZA, on Legends Arceus. You know what we need to do for ZA? We need to drop the ball. We need to drop the ball as low as it can go. And they're like, yes, I agree. We should. We all agree. The whole board of directors agrees. We need to drop the whole ball onto the floor. We need to let it roll around. It wasn't the worst game they could have made, but it may very well be the worst game in the entire Pokemon franchise. Which, I mean, most of the Pokemon games are very good games, so it's pretty easy to make the worst game in the franchise, I'm not gonna lie. I think it's pretty easy to make a game that's worse than all the other games, if all the games are really good. You feel me? Yeah, and the DLC is also just, you know, variants of the city. It's crazy. They made us pay $120 for one map. Can you imagine the backlash if Call of Duty did that? If you paid $120 for a COD game and they only had one map? Like, not just in multiplayer, but like in the whole frickety dickety game. There's just one map. Every single level is on the same map. People would return that game so quick. And then my brain was like, oh, they did have multiple maps for multiplayer. No, they didn't. Those are all just different areas of the same map. All of the multiplayer areas were just different areas on the main world map. All of the hyperspace areas were just different recombinations of the same areas of the main world map. Until the first patch, the windows were just flat text. Like, they weren't even textures. They were just flat, like, colors. Like, they did the least with the game. They rushed it. It was a cash grab. Which, it's the Pokemon Company. You don't have to do a cash grab. We give the Pokemon Company all of our money no matter what. Even in times of my life where I wasn't as into the Pokemon scene, the Pokemon Company got significant amounts of my money that year. one way or another, whether it was just by releasing a new game, whether it was by Pokemon Go, whether it was by me going to the movie theater alone behind my girlfriend's back to watch the new Pokemon movie in theaters because I felt like it. Sorry. I'm sorry, honey. We all need me time. Yeah, they didn't need to do a whole cash grab game. Scarlet and Violet was an extremely expansive game. It was so, and yet Scarlet and Violet was one big map. Scarlet and Violet was indeed, it was just one big ass map. But it was a map that was so big that we needed loading screens. That was okay. They saw the assignment. They said we need to make an RPG game in the modern setting. That's kind of like open world. Let's make it like Skyrim. Let's make it like all the other RPGs that the people have played. Then they were like ZA. They were like, let's make the cheapest, easiest game as quick as possible, and we're not gonna check our work. We're gonna make lots and lots of mistakes, and we're not gonna give a shit. They're gonna buy it anyways, and then we'll make a DLC that's the same shit all over again, but with different colors. Like, dude, they already did that to us with shiny Pokemon. Like, I can only feel so stupid for so long. Really, I just... There's also probably much less of a limit to how stupid I'm capable of feeling, but I don't want to find out. Don't make me find out. Don't make me go plus ultra on the feeling like a big dog. But with donuts, out of context, it still works. I swear to God, dude, the donuts are crazy. The donuts and Ancha as a character. Like, bringing shame to the Dianthe family bloodline was crazy. Was absolutely crazy, dude. There's a reason that Dianthe didn't want to raise Ancha. It's because she was a little shit dick. An evil, demon-possessed, bad donut-making bastard child. The Dianthe allegations, you know what, they're just allegations. It's allegedly. Okay, I need to see a DNA test. Turns out, I'm 100% bad bitch. You guys don't want to see my DNA test. It's very confusing. It's very confusing. And one of the bits that I run on stage, and it's absolutely true. It's not even like, you know, comedy. It's comedy, but it's absolutely true. I say I did my Ancestry.com. It came back error, or in Spanish, K. I did my 23andMe. It came back 69me, Poppy. I got a lot of ingredients, and that is a true fact. I had over 69 ingredients on my Ancestry or my 23andMe. I am extremely mixed of an everything bagel. I have all of the ingredients, and even I have other. And I know what you're thinking. Oh, that's Neanderthal, Trevor. No, I had 2% of that. 2% Neanderthal. It's my lowest percent. I had 4 to 6% unknown other. Like ancient aliens, dog. Ancient aliens, bro. They're in our blood. How do you explain how unique and charismatic and quirky I am, if not aliens? Okay, that guy, he knew what he was talking about. He knew what he was talking about. They got a lot of... Anyways, I'm gonna need to see a DNA test for Ancha. because I don't believe that she belongs to Diantha. Okay? I'm not gonna believe that one of the greatest trainers of all time is related to the worst donut maker that I have ever met. Okay, and you guys might not know what I mean by this, but I have eaten Pop Donut Shop donuts in this city for far too long to not know what a bad donut tastes like. Well, they pop up with their, oh god, we put bacon on the donut. It's a maple bacon donut, and you gotta pay $49.99 for the single donut, kid. I waited in line for 2 hours to pay you $50 for a donut. Yeah! And that was the first time I went to prison. No, I'm just kidding. I wish I was exaggerating. In their defense, the maple bacon donut was delicious. It wasn't no $40 donut. Sure as shit wasn't no $40 donut. Two of them. I was on a date. I was on a date. I was spending damn near $80 on 2 donuts. And I got home and I looked at myself in the mirror and I said I could stay single. True facts. True facts about the mantis shrimp. I hope that guy still makes videos. You know who else I hope is still alive, and probably isn't? And I don't want to Google it because it's really sad. The last documentary I saw on him was very, very sad. Is Shoe Nice? Does anyone remember Shoe Nice? Please don't tell me if he's dead. I don't want to know. I know it's probably a yes. But, you know, sometimes some things are better left unknown. That dude used to drink. He used to drink like with the gizzard of the gods. And the YouTube, the early YouTube, they would just basically... Oh, okay, that's Psyduck. Okay, I was like, what the fuck is that? It's a duck. It's a regular old duck. I just forgot they spawned here. I don't know why my brain was like, that's a gold Piloswine. I don't even think Piloswine's in this game. I don't even think... Anyways, Shoe Nice used to be one of my favorite YouTubers. Because it was just this... He was the first Nico Kato, first of all. Nico Kato wishes he was Shoe Nice. Dude. Wishes he was Shoe Nice. Maybe the other way around? I mean... I remember the Shoe Nice documentary that came out. He was like homeless. His wife had left him and taken the kids. And now he needed to make the videos to survive, and that wasn't going well because his videos involved drinking a whole liter of bourbon in every single video. And I know you might worry about my finances as a PokeTuber, right? At least it's not my liver that's getting destroyed. It's a damn shame. So he was popping up in motels, giving us updates. Last I saw him, and I hope he's doing alright. I've never seen anyone chug the way that guy chugged. It was like in the movie Beer Fest, Landfill. Like a superpower. What was another early? I've talked about a lot of early YouTube today. I talked about old Justin Roiland, Shoe Nice. One of my online handles for years has been Trogdor because I love Homestar Runners. That was peak early YouTube, dude. I was a big Channel 101 fan. Strong Bad the Pirate and Homestar Runner. Oh, dude. That shit just did it for me. And I love Trogdor. I love the sketch for Trogdor and the song. And then he got in Guitar Hero, and that was the only song I gave a shit about in Guitar Hero, because I wasn't into rock as a kid. I didn't know none of the songs. And then it was like, oh, this one you're gonna know, Trevor. Trogdor! Like, fuck yeah, dude, that's Homestar Runner. I still couldn't get good at it. I sucked at Guitar Hero, bro. I think you have to like rock music to want to get good at Guitar Hero, first of all. I was a big hip-hop kid. Now, as an adult, I love me some rock music, don't get me wrong. I love all the kinds of rock music, too. I love metal, heavy metal, death metal, classic rock, all of it, dude. All of it. But I didn't have that awakening until high school, I don't think. Middle school, I was all about the old school hip-hop. And crunk music really did it for me. I like Little John a lot. And R&B. They had timeless R&B singers from my generation, bro. And most of them are in jail now. Unfortunately, they was all a little too freaky. Crazy. That's a crazy fact, actually thinking about it. Wow. One thing I noticed is that they absolutely have not stopped playing P. Diddy songs on the radio. In fact, I feel like they play them more, and I'm really hoping it's because they don't have to pay him the rights anymore. Like, because if I don't think any other reason would suffice. I don't think any other reason would be good enough to be playing that much P. Diddy after the allegations got confirmed, bro. It's just fucking crazy. Every other song is a Bad Boy song. I mean, they still slap play. They're still good songs, but hopefully they're not putting money in this dude's, commissary. He don't deserve it. I feel bad for all the young hustlers. When I was a kid, some of the chocolate bar selling kids really liked P. Diddy. The young entrepreneurs wanted to be like P. Diddy. Can you imagine having modeled your whole life after this dude and then this shit happened? Fuck, dude. You out here trying to beat the allegations with him? P. Diddy was a role model for some kids. And, the kids that wanted to be a bad boy. They didn't want to be a good dude. They wanted to be a bad boy. They wanted to be the villain making all the money and shit. They just didn't know how far it went, probably. Diddy did it. I don't want a Ferrari. They got him the Acura cake. That was crazy. So I put on South Park Bigger, Longer, and Uncut yesterday. And, wow. Especially after watching this most recent season, which went right back to the roots of that film. But in the modern day, they transposed President Trump onto the Saddam Hussein character from the movie. Put him right up in a dysfunctional relationship with Satan. And it was a perfect parallel. Like they made the right decision. Great timing. Watching the original material after that, just in this day and age, that was practical prophecy, that movie. They predicted so much shit that it's almost uncanny. And people will be talking about The Simpsons like that. For me, South Park has been the one that I've always watched. And I'm just like, yo, this is gonna happen in real life. Like, we gotta watch out for this shit. I feel like if I was smart enough, I would be buying stocks based on South Park episodes. Well, like the Kalshi episode in this season. And people made so much money off of Kalshi just because South Park told you how to do it. Not me. I'm stupid. I'm too stupid to do this. Lock in here. Aww. Not. Back off. Where's the other guy? The other dinosaur. Oh, he's not there. Got him. No fucking way, dude. Huh. Did I already catch him out there? Oh. Too late. Sunstone. I think I have some. just keep looking down and seeing butt with donuts. I think a lot of things would be better but with donuts. I'm not gonna lie. So many things. Can you imagine, like, all the times you stood in line at the DMV, how much better it would have been if you were standing at the DMV but with donuts? Hell yeah. Also, like, okay, so here's another thing. Ancha's Donuts as a cosplay should be, the stock should be through the roof this year because it's a great cosplay you can do to give people donuts. And everybody knows that if a cosplay comes with food to give out, it makes it better. Everybody's gonna like it even more. So, ladies, gentlemen, I don't know. If you want to make a great cosplay and get everybody to like you at your local con, consider dressing up as Ancha and making better donuts than that evil demon child made. Of course, because if you make donuts as crappy as she did, let me tell you, everybody's probably going to hate you just like we hate Ancha. Maybe even more. You gotta make good donuts. Okay, I'm talking sparkly donuts only. We don't want those other crappy donuts. Just the sparkly kind, Ansha. We honestly, I'm like, is she our Voldemort? Like, should we just say she who shall not be named? Just hearing her name sends shivers up my large intestine. You know, just dreading the crappy, bitter donut she's gonna make me eat. Truly an evil, demon-possessed wench. No daughter of any Diantha I know. I'll tell you that much. Oh, okay. I'll take it. So, okay, so in Ascended Heroes, so far I've seen that our boy... Oh god, I'm having a brain fart. Corbeau got a card. I think Jacinthi and Lita are going to wait for Perfect Order. But Corbeau got a card? Who else got a card? I don't think Philippe. Who else got a card that was impressive? I think Naveen got a card in this set as well. So that's pretty awesome to see them in the games that quick. Made me pretty happy. I can't wait to get a full art trainer card for Corbeau. That's gonna make me very, very happy. Of course, the full art trainer card for Jacinthi, I'm immediately gonna ruin its resale value by gooning to it, but you know, to each his own. To each his own, you guys. I'm only human. I'm only human after all. So put that thing on me, Jacinthi. Put the thing on me and throw it back and flip it and reverse it. That's how the song goes, you guys. Remix. Huh. Is he more purple than he should be? Lies. No, it was just the fog. Dang. My eyes literally deceived me. Oh, put the thing on me. That's how the song goes, right, you guys? I'm always right. I know all the words to all the songs. Oh, isn't Razorfang very good? Get rid of these grains. We don't need any healthy food. Razor fangs. Delicious razor fangs. We'll eat those. I think the thing that they did the best with ZA was making a almost entirely Gooner Fuel game. Between Jacinthe, Laban, Griselle, my goodness. They one by one, Mega Starmie, peak Gooner material. Each step of the way they outdid themselves. And I for one think that Jacinthe is probably the peak of Pokemon Gooner material. They couldn't have done much of a better job. I can't wait to get a secret rare Jacinthe card in the game. Because I will frame it. Then I'm gonna cave immediately and break the frame. So I can be close to her. Okay, this is a little bit of a tricky situation. Whee! See what I did there? See what I did there? Easy evacuation route. Nobody can stop you. It's like when the plane crashes and they put out that cool little slide and everybody gets to go down the slide into the ocean where the sharks are. Peak engineering. Whoever thought of the little slide is truly a goated engineer. As if airplanes weren't fun enough already, they had to put a cool little slip and slide on it. Peak. Oh my god, you know what blew my mind this past few weeks is that the Dragon Ball franchise totally cucked Broly. And like nobody is. How are we not protesting, dude? Broly got cucked. Everybody's been joking about it. And the people at Toei were like, no. That ain't no joke. We're making that reality. Broly got cucked by God. That's absolutely nuts. Insane levels of peak writing there. God's like, yeah, you can come live on my planet and train with me and bring your girlfriend. No reason. Just wow. Beerus is a dastardly man. I think that's what they like to do in the realm of the gods, because Whis is always hanging out with Bulma. Okay, and like I get it. Vegeta's very confident in his relationship. That don't mean Bulma's not out there trifling. In fact, we've known Bulma our whole lives. We know that it's likely au contraire. Bulma will do whatever she thinks will get her the best position in any situation. She's very cunning. Okay, so you guys really think that she's out there hanging out with Liz with no ulterior motive? I ain't seeing she a gold digger because she's the richest woman on the planet. But she is an opportunist, Bulma. Okay, and you know what? More power to Vegeta for being confident enough to just be like, oh well. She loves me, she'll come back. She may be for the streets, but she's for me even more. What a king, dude. What a king, bro. Very much unlike Broly. Completely unoblivious to the fact that he's getting cucked by his sensei. I guess Beerus is training. No, Whis is training him, right? Crazy work. They need to make like a slice of life manga about Broly's experience. Like, I got cucked by God and I didn't even know it. Oh shit, dude, go too hard. Do you think they make him sit in a chair? I hope the chair's nice comfortable. I found an account at some point last year, maybe the year before, that literally just goes around the hotels and like does cuck chair reviews. Maybe their followers are sending them videos, and I am so flabbergasted at the fact that every single hotel room seems to have these little chairs there. They're always like, you know, it's not like they're there for the guy in the bed to sit in them. No, they're facing the bed. They know what they're doing, you guys. It's on purpose. So, but the account was really funny. I really appreciated that sort of humor. I think we need more of that sort of nonsense on the internet. What is he doing? Sitting on an egg? Why does it look like he's sitting on an egg? I just wanted to buy your eggs. The Bronzor sound gets me everything. We're gonna reset. Oh, no, we're not. Alright, this might be my last reset of the night. As much as I probably could stay up a little later, you boys gotta work a little bit tomorrow. I gotta go out and do a little bit of money making. Get ready for the next set of bills. The 15th it do approach very rapidly. Oh, the cliff master. Truly the master of the cliffs. Alright, you guys, will we see a shiny on this last run of the night? Will we get cut? And could it be that after all of our hard work, it will be indeed a Gibble that chooses to shine? I mean, there's just so many questions to be answered right here, right now on tcgpackrats. And you know what you could do to help make sure those questions get answered right the way you wanted to is you could hit that like button, Subscribe if you haven't already, okay? And you know they say smash the like button. I prefer if you were gentle with it, okay? Okay? Show it how, just truly how kind and gentle you can be. We care about the like button. A little tenderness goes a long way with the like button. That's all I'm saying. Maybe one day you'll want to be in the like button's good graces. Who knows? Who knows? So I was catching up on some Jon Stewart Daily Show today, and I am so goddamn thankful that the one thing that they did right in this timeline was bring back Jon Stewart to the Daily Show. Oh my god, I missed him so much. That other guy, false Trevor, non-me Trevor. Yeah, I never really liked him as much. I feel like made a big mistake with him. Big mistake. They should have let all the other correspondents take over right away instead of having Trevor Noah on the show. I'm sorry. And they ended up going to that. Like, the other correspondents came back to do the show for a while. And they still do a lot of the show. I think John's only there for one episode out of every couple or something. But boy, is it good to see Jon Stewart on there. And I wonder if Colbert is going to go back to Comedy Central after what happened with his show. That would be interesting to see. That would be interesting to see. A reunion of sorts. Like I was saying earlier, that was the only hour of TV that could get me off of Adult Swim. And I would before we had DVR, I would tape record. You guys ever did a VHS tape record of your favorite shows? I would just use the same VHS every night to record that hour of Toonami or Adult Swim. And then, but you know, the thing is, you'd have to make the time instead of doing homework. You'd have to go watch your anime from last night. So you could free up space. That's how we freed up data space. It's crazy. It's crazy how far technology's come. I've got a box of, like my first computer school assignments were done on floppy disks. And I found those floppy disks today. The box is huge. And it's only like 20 disks. Each of them an individual homework assignment. Each floppy disk was only like 2.5 kilobytes. Ha! Crazy work, dude. They probably cost a lot of money too for 2.5 kilobytes. Or like a megabyte. 1 megabyte. Oh my god, it's so much data. Bro, we be farting megabytes these days. A little tutu. 400 megabytes. Lossless and open pressure tutu. Sinuses are so fucked. The weather going back and forth has got me, dude. I'm in this like limbo of sinus pressure where it gets better and it gets worse, and that makes it overall worse. Bit by bit by bit, I'm gonna become a sniffling Sandy. I'm gonna be sniffling like the president, but without all of the booger sugar he gets to enjoy. That was a fun one. During the campaign, they made a supercut of all the times he sniffled. Wall to wall laughter. Very few things make you laugh that hard for that long. Not me. Very many things make me laugh that hard for that long. But, you know, normal people usually don't laugh that much. Alright. Not me. Oh, we getting there. Okay. Last check. We're rounding it up. Can we pull our 6th shiny here, or will we continue hunting it tomorrow? I think it will be appropriate to finish the shiny hunt tomorrow, actually, because Monday night historically is our best stream night of the week. Everybody, for some reason, everybody has time to stream on Mondays. I would think maybe like the psychology might be like, oh, everybody needs the escapism a little bit extra at the end of a Monday. Or it's like you get to the weekend and you know you're feeling good already. You don't need to go on Twitch. You know, make the real life work. Who knows? I definitely think that there's gonna be like, and there probably already is, a lot of like Science 2 streaming and the science of the streaming audience kind of developing. They have to. I mean, what are psychologists going to want to study anyways, if not that, the science behind like following and subscription services and what that does to our brains. Or maybe we're not allowed to know things anymore. We're gonna be like, nah, no more science majors. You're all gonna be art history majors. Waste. They just put a sorting hat on you. That was a joke I made to my homie who was an art history major for a long time. I made about him probably. I don't think I ever told it to him to his face. But that they just had to make a sorting hat for a person like that, dude. How you gonna be in college for fucking 12 years and not still be choosing a major? How much of mommy and daddy's money are you gonna waste? Or God forbid, how much of the state's tax money are you gonna waste not knowing what you want to do with your life, bro? Just get a sorting hat at that point. Gryffindor, this bitch. Crazy, dude. Put him in vocational school. Like, the homie can learn how to fix pipes. Be exceptionally wealthy. Oh my god, everybody I know that went to vocational school is doing great. And yet all the college students that didn't become doctors and lawyers, not so great. Not so great. It's a little concerning. All my electrician friends, plumber friends, them some wealthy motherfuckers, dude. They're doing great. They got 2 trucks, a house, a wife, 4 kids, 2 girlfriends. Hold on. You know what it is. Alright, we're running out of places to find this last shiny at. The temple looks so cool from that. Where's the Gligar spot? The Glysaur spot. That's where I wanted to kind of end it. Cool. Okay. Well, I guess this is where we're ending it. Come on, surprise shiny. A sneezer would go so hard. I do think we need to get, or at least think about getting, a Hisui Pokemon as our 6th shiny. Or just Probopass. I would take Probopass. Probopass is hilarious. You got so much Pokemon. We love him. Well, unfortunately, it's looking like we're gonna have to keep shiny hunting tomorrow, you guys. We got one more corner to go around. Of course, when I wanted to wrap the stream up, the numbers started to spike. Alright, you guys, I'm sorry. I'm going to stay online for 24 more hours. I might end up doing the 24-hour stream thing at some point. We gotta do a subathon. We gotta do a subathon. Guys, if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button, okay? Because this channel is going to the moon this year. We're truly taking off to bigger and better heights in 2026. I hope you're enjoying yourself tonight. Hope you have more shiny luck than me. Okay, I'll send it all to you. It's gonna be a great week here on tcgpackrats, you guys. I hope you're all prepared. I hope you're all prepared. I put one out to the universe today. So I have a fan, okay, who works at a store that restocked Pokemon today. And he let me know that they were doing a restock. But I had just started running a game of D&D, which is something, that's one of my jobs. I run D&D professionally. And so I couldn't just be like, alright, you guys, I'm going to take 30 minutes out of your time that you paid for to go get Pokemon cards. But what I did was I posted it up in the server that I'm on and let everybody else eat. And I didn't get to touch a single Pokemon card. So tcgpackrats fed the community. And I think because of doing that good deed, because of that donation I made, I feel like our luck is going to be on fire this week. Like any pack I touch is going to be hot fire. So hopefully I can grab a pack of Ascended Heroes. That was one of the things that was in that restock I didn't get to touch, so it's a damn shame. But it is really cool to see like people working at these stores not only, you know, recognize me from going and buying Pokemon a lot, but they've gone and they've seen me on YouTube. They like the shit, you know what I mean? I had one security guard at a Target, at another Target, and he was like, oh yeah, your videos got me into Pokemon. I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so, like the cards. I'm like, I'm so sorry, dog. You can't be making enough money here for that. He's like, I'm not. But maybe I'll get a hit one day. I'm like, oh, that's how we all feel. You right here with us. So that's cool. Truly an honor to be helping people in this way. But definitely on my agenda for tomorrow, I've got to watch the Bad Bunny performance today. But ironically, I want to go and hate watch the alternative performance that they put on and just see how that went. Because I don't think Kid Rock did a very good job. He's not doing great. He's not doing great in life. I mean, just suffice to say, if you have to screw Britney Spears over, you're not doing great in life. Leave Britney alone, you guys. You know, of all the people you could be screwing over for a living, Britney's not doing great. She don't deserve that sort of treatment. She was such a sweetheart. Kid Rock. I wonder if there are people that are like diehard Kid Rock fans in the world. Don't you talk about my Kid Rock that way. Kid Rock is perfect in every way. I don't think so. I don't think anybody's that dedicated to Kid Rock's career. But there might be. I mean, maybe Britney was at some point. Imagine having Britney Spears believe in you and not treating her like the queen she is. Crazy, dude. That's a crazy concept to me. God, if it's not obvious, Britney Spears was my first celebrity crush when I was a child. She was so pretty. It was either Britney Spears or Lola Bunny. Let's be real. A lot of 90s boys, same. Maybe even both at the same time. Now my brain's like, was Britney Spears married to Kid Rock or was she married to that other guy? What's his name? Kevin Federline. Or both. Could have been both. I don't know which timeline we're in anymore. It gets so confusing. All the timeline hops we keep doing. Maybe it was both. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it was Kevin Federline. I don't remember. One of these dudes. Kid Rock, Kid Federline. Pretty much the same dude. I like that the internet is so ignorant that they see Britney Spears dancing with knives and they want to make fun of her. Okay, as a man of culture, I take it as a privilege and an honor to get to see Britney Spears doing the dance of her people. The cultural mating dance of her people. What a blessing. Guys, it's art. You don't get art. Shout out Britney. I hope she had a great day. I'm Team Britney forever. Also, bring back NSYNC. Let's just go back to 1994. Like, please. Let's go back. We can do it all better this time. I'd say I promise, but I can't make that promise. I would be one. I'd be 1 whole years old. I wouldn't be able to do much for at least 5 years. At least until Pokemon comes out. And then I'll want to be the very best again. So, we need to give them some time. I would have go back and experience Pokemon's release one more time. Oh my god. With or without knowing what I know now. Because first of all, I took just as good care of my cards in the first gen release as I would have if I had known that they would have been worth as much as they are today. Like, it is absolutely not my fault that I didn't get to keep my cards in my childhood. My mom pawned them. She told me a hurricane got them. There was no hurricane that year. I was very young. She pawned them very early on. I don't think she waited 10 years to pawn my first generation. I had 3 hollow foil first gen Charizards. I had 5 Venusaurs and 4 Blastoises, I believe. And don't even get me started on all the other cards I had. My binder was so fucking full. I had the craziest luck. But also, like, between me and my best friends, our parents were buying us a booster box every other week. Like, we opened so many packs of Pokemon in that first year. I was stacked. My mother was just stupid. I don't know if it even paid enough rent to matter at the time. Sold all my cards. Told me the hurricane got them. Damn shame. I'm surprised I ended up keeping my Yu-Gi-Oh cards to this point. But those aren't in great condition. They're all heavily played. And some good ones too. I used to run a Black Skull Dragon deck, so a lot of those cards would have been worth a lot of money. I have so many different variants of Red Eyes that are all worth so much money in pristine. And they're not. And they're just torn to shit. I was the kid that ran a deck like a mile-high stack deck. Not knowing about the rules of deck building or anything, you know. Alright, for Shiggles, we'll check the front area that I didn't check on this run. I was gonna say, dude, he looked red for a second. So guys, starting tomorrow, I'm definitely going to be needing y'all's help. Some of the polls that will be on tomorrow's stream are going to help me make an informed decision about membership content. Okay, we've gotten the first phase of monetize this week, but I don't want to turn on memberships until I know that I am offering an experience that everybody wants and will enjoy. So part of that is going to be asking for help with these polls, offering a selection of different types of things I could do that you guys might want. And I would greatly appreciate if everyone here turns in tomorrow and helps contribute to the polls that I put up. Helps me build this channel in a better way that everybody can enjoy. Here you go. But like some of the types of content that I could do with Pokemon, one thing I'm thinking would be like Pokemon cooking content. I love cooking, and I think there's a lot of cool recipes that could be done. There might even be a Pokemon cookbook that we could go and get. Just different fun stuff like that. Maybe arts and crafts. And then the other side of it might be not necessarily vlogging, but like doing more IRL behind the scenes. Like, you know, maybe like lives on release days where like I'm in line, and that would be only for members and stuff. Showing, you know, people who really are interested the efforts that we're going through to actually get this many Pokemon products, what it takes, how it doesn't have to be that hard. Like, you just have to do a little bit of detective work and get to know your local community. And how also there's crazy drama in these lines. You know, I don't want to post about it. I'm not going to talk about it in any episodes. But there was a big fight with one of our friends this week. Someone attacked one of our friends in line. And a dude got banned off the server because he went and immediately tried to chase clout by posting it up and sending the video to different accounts to get reposted without even talking to the guy that's like a friend. Like, this is someone that we all are in chat with every day in this open. And instead of saying like, okay, are you comfortable with endorsing this? Or, in my opinion, having the good idea to say, hey, you know, you're attacked by someone that's problematic in line a lot. Maybe the productive way to put this video that I took without telling you out there would be to talk to you. Maybe even set up an interview with some of these content creators I'm sending it to. He sent it to all the clouds, you know, Pokey Streets and shit. And that's a shame. Because, yeah, I mean, the first step, like, is he probably shouldn't have shot that video in the first place. And then the second step is saying, hey, I shot this video. I'm sorry. How do you feel about it, guy that's in the video? Crazy word. Everybody's just out for clout, man. And I hope you know that that is absolutely not why we're here on YouTube. I am here because I enjoy it. And I like you guys. And I hope you guys enjoy it. And also like being happy and enjoying things. It's truly the spice of life. We got 6 whole votes. Did we get robbed? We have... Okay, guys. I'm so surprised by the results of the vote for tonight. I thank you all, everyone who voted. You know, anyone who wants to go and put in a last-minute buzzer beater vote, I'm gonna say 60 seconds before I read the results. 60 seconds. You have one last chance to go and vote in the poll. Did we get robbed by the Super Bowl ad? A, yes. Or B, also yes. You have 45 seconds to sneak your vote in. Let the people know. Did we get robbed? A, yes. Or B, also yes. Did we get robbed by the Super Bowl ad? Did we really need to know what Trevor Noah's favorite Pokemon was? I don't think so. I think I could have lived my whole life. I could have lived 2 whole lifetimes without ever even thinking about what Trevor Noah's favorite Pokemon was. I'll tell you that much. Let alone to see it in the Super Bowl was almost offensive. And the polls are closed with 33% saying, yes, we did get robbed. 67% of people would actually say, also, yes, we did get robbed with this Pokemon Super Bowl ad. So it seems like the people agree that they screwed us over tremendously, and that is, guys, we made a democracy. The democracy happened. We did honestly the best job that's ever been done with any democracy, and let it be known once and for all that we should be in charge of all of the things, especially ice cream, because I want ice cream very bad right now. God, it goes so hard. Well, sadly, all I have in my fridge are delicious football-shaped brownies. That's okay. I bought Super Bowl footballs and I didn't even have the Super Bowl. I spent 2 hours watching the AI Super Bowl and not even realizing it. That was honestly the peak of my year so far. Truly, most people have to try to be this silly and whimsical. For me, it just comes naturally. Guys, if you didn't hear that story yet, basically what had happened is that I don't have cable. Like, I just pay for really good internet. And so I went to look for the Super Bowl, like, for free. I spent 45 minutes watching, like, an AI-generated Super Bowl between, like, two teams that don't exist before I realized, like, oh, this is probably AI, right? And then I couldn't find anything else for another 20-30 minutes. I realized the halftime show was already over. I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna see how the AI game ended. They got hundreds of points on either side. First of all, them motherfuckers were definitely flexing their AI superpowers. Just zooming across the field. Patriots wish they could move like the New England Paperboys did. I'll tell you, it was the Paperboys versus the Seabirds. And let me tell you, those Paperboys really knew how to make a football. So I think my new tradition every year is I'm just going to watch an AI generated version of the Super Bowl. And, enjoy that way more than real sports, because wow, let me tell you, it was just, and then they had AI Donald Trump go on and plug like a Bitcoin alternative, like an AI crypto scheme, and tell me how they made him way too handsome. He was like skinny as shit, very soft voiced Trump, and that's what gave it away, not the computer-generated sports graphics, but like Trump being a little too smooth. And I was like, oh, this is definitely AI. I'm like, there's no way this guy's this suave. What did he do? He hung out with Bad Money all afternoon. He got the suavecito on him. Plausible. Also deniable. I don't get, plausible deniability is a silly word because they're literally antonyms. If something is plausible, it's less deniable. That's why the legal game is. I think they just made up the law just to fuck with us. Every single law, they're just like, yeah, let's make this as confusing as possible. Confusing as possible. Like the drunk tests that they make you do when you're drunk driving. I mean, when you're definitely not driving drunk and they're just lying, they're making up lies on you. So biased, bro. So biased. First of all, like, who can walk in a straight line? There has to be a certain amount of the population that even when they're sober, they can't walk in a straight line. I guarantee you there's a subpopulation that does not know how to say the alphabet forwards, let alone backwards, no matter how sober they are. Absolute guarantee. What else? Following the finger. Stupid. Well, why do I want to follow your finger? Where is it gonna go? Hold on, officer. Crazy. Who made this up? Miranda? With all the crazy rights. I think also the Miranda rights are very misleading because they tell you have the right to the attorney, but if you say that you want an attorney, they have to take you to jail. Like, they can't even, like, work with you. So then they don't tell you that. They should tell you the whole thing. Oh, you have the right to attorney, but trust me, you don't want to do that right away. Talk to us for a second. But then they also would need to warn you about self-snitching. Like, just be careful what you say, though, because you don't want to be self-snitching. It's a very tricky situation. It's just unfortunate that it's so profitable to lock people up. Fuck it. Fuck the system. Free everyone, first of all. and then just wild west this shit. Let's be real, dude. Every man for himself. We could team up if we want to. Everybody wear cool cowboy clothes. And I just think it would be a better world. It might not be more functional, but I'll tell you what, at least it would make sense. Like, that guy stole $1 million from an old lady, so we shot him. He's gone. Great job. Absolutely. Oh, that guy, he pooped in the fountain, so we shot him. Good. No fountain poopers. We're done with the fountain poopers. What did that guy do? Oh, that guy, he had a private island and invented Bitcoin, so we shot him. Good. Crazy work, dude. I think we all knew he was going to be Satoshi. Let's be real. Who else? Who else could have been Satoshi? I got so cooked on Bitcoin this week. I should have just never bought Bitcoin in the first place. Should put my money in the Campbell soup. Progresso. Oh no, it did respawn. So what about this one? It did respawn, it just didn't visually respawn. That's super weird. That's super weird. Lord have mercy. Cliff Master. Octozukas, they went way too far. They respawn pretty quick. Alright. Friends, Romans, countrymen, tcgpackrats. Thank you all for tuning in so much. Like this video if you haven't already, and if you haven't, please subscribe. We're trying to get up to 1,000 subscribers. It's our next big goal, and thank you all so much for helping me reach our first big goal of getting freaking monetized this week. Holy shit, I never thought I would see the day, but you know what? We made quick work of it because all of you are the best fans that a guy could ask for, and I hope you all get some tremendous sleep tonight. I hope that you have an amazing Monday tomorrow, and I hope to see you all tomorrow night for some more TCG Packrats live. Take it easy, party people.